Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Markiss Stone, and I'm the host of the Daily Dose, and I want to welcome each and every one of you dosers to the next day of your new life. That's right. See, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. What will you guys do with yours today? Do me a favor and type it in the comments. What are you going to do with this Tuesday on February 5th, 2019, the year of consistency? Oh, I feel so good to be consistent because we are going to talk about consistency today, guys. Oh my gosh, let's see who came fashionably late. I know we got some stragglers in here this morning. Gina Allen made it live. She's wanted her shout out forever, and you got it, girl. Come see me at the dealership. I miss you. David Perrine, what's up? Chanel Corsair came fashionably late. Melissa Tate is always skydiving in from the G6. Good to see you. Casey Stout Ferguson, what's going on? My dosers, Mr. Jonathan Dawson, are you on an airplane right now checking with your boy? Because I know that's typically how you do when you travel. At any rate, it's always good to see you. But I will tell you this, dosers, one of your friends, one of your family members, one of your co-workers, one of your neighbors, some of your plants, they need a little bit of watering. And sometimes if you got this thing called Miracle Grow, your plants may just sprout up a little bit better when the springtime comes. Well, on the Daily Dose, we say that's equivalent to the antidote. And you know your boy Marcus got the antidote. But in order for everybody to get it, I need all of my doses to do me one favor on the count of 3. And 1, 2, 3, Hulk, smash that share button right now. Do me the biggest favor and smash it, smash it, smash it, smash it, smash it, because your friends need to hear it. Type a little comment and say, today's topic is going to be lit. We're going to see if we can burn the Daily Dose studio on fire today. Lyric, tell them what to do.
Hulk, smash the share button.
Well, let's talk about how consistent I've been. I forgot to upload my stupid photos, but if you just give me one quick second, I can actually knock it out super quick on this iPad thing that I got because it's really, really, really fast. And woo, I am flying through these things right now. I got so excited. Let me tell y'all, I was actually just sitting here listening to some music, getting myself pumped up, and I was like, holy crap, it is 6:30. I got to hit the live button. Let me show you how my morning started. Bam! Started with my yogi. Now, this is not 100% perfect, but I will tell you, this is much harder than it actually looks. I was trying this pose for a few minutes, and I was like, I got to get it right. So this thing right here is going to be a work in progress. That's going to tie into today's topic a little bit. But you know, I got a 4 a.m. no snooze button. I have a goal this month of Monday through Friday, no snooze button at 4 a.m. I want to do 100%. Last month, I was probably about 90%. This month, I want to be 100%. It's only 28 days in February, and Monday through Friday is only like 20 days, so I can do it. I can do it. But you see me right there, get my gratitude in, get my goals, sending my positive, uplifting message to my girl Vicky today, and then you know I had to get my workout in because I'm all about hashtag Operation Dad Bod Be Gone. The dad bod does not belong in this house no more. I got to get rid of the fluff and I got to get the stuff. If y'all are working out consistently, shower me with the loves. Let me know that you are handling business. Mr. Chris Gonzalez sent me a video at 11:35 last night. I was asleep already, but he sent me a video of him doing pull-ups and dips, and I said, are you coming for me, bro? Are you coming for me? I don't think he was challenging me. I was holding him accountable, and I was telling him, yo, I want to make sure you got your workout in, so I want to see that post. And sure enough, he tagged me in it. But if you are into fitness and health and nutrition or anything was a part of your New Year's resolution or part of your goal for 2019, let me know in the comments. Let's see if we can hold each other accountable, because I'm handling business by myself and it feels absolutely good. But today we are going to talk about progress being a process, because sometimes we get lost in the process and we don't get the progress that we need. So I got 3 tips that's going to help guarantee that you get some progress in your life. But first, we got to hit you with the antidote.
The antidote is defined as a medicine taken or given to counteract a particular poison. Now, Marcus, these people woke up early. They came to your show, The Daily Dose, to get the antidote. Hit them with the antidote.
All right, let's go ahead and hop right into it. Today, we are going to talk about 3 tips to guarantee that you get some progress in your life, because progress before the process. We want to guarantee that you make some progress in your life. So number one, we got to make sure we fall in love with the process and not the result. See, the problem is a lot of people think that life is just some fly-by course, right? See, we got to focus on A to Z, and everybody wants to just think it's a sprint and they want to hurry up and get there fastest to the Z part, when you got to fall in love with everything from A to Z. You got to fall in love with the process. See, not a lot of people love the process. They don't embrace the process. They want to get immediate results right away. If you know somebody like that wants to get the cheat code to life, that just wants to fast track everything and skip everything in between and just get right to the Kool-Aid, tag them in this post or hit the love button, hit the like button. You got to let those guys know, no. It's everything in between that makes all the difference. It's in the details is where you start making progress. See, the thing is, you have to perfect your craft. That's the problem. You have to perfect your form. See, athletes, they don't just get out there and start making every shot right off the bat because their form isn't right. Even when it comes to football, when you throw a football, my form sucks when it comes to throwing a football, by the way. But you don't just get out there and start throwing perfect spirals. Everybody wants to know how to get to Z real quick. How do I get a perfect spiral? How do I get a jump shot? When you haven't mastered the fundamentals, you got to go through the course. You got to go through the steps. There's this thing called a process, and the problem is you don't love it. You're too busy trying to get to the advance. You're trying to become an expert without doing expert type of things. See, that's the thing. Expert craft equals expert results. Everybody wants to get expert results and like jumpstart their life and jumpstart their career and jumpstart their goals and get to this expert thing like that. But the problem is you haven't perfected your craft. See, when you go to school, when you go to college, typically you go for 4 years to get that degree or whatever certificate you're trying to accomplish. You go for quite some time. You don't just walk up in there and say, yeah, I want to do this, take a couple of courses, and then go ahead and, hey, give me my degree, give me my certificate. No, you got to take them tests and you got to pass them tests and you got to prove that you are worthy to be considered an expert. Do you consider yourself an expert? Let me ask you this. If somebody walked into your job right now and asked you a question that you don't know the answer to, shame on you for not knowing the answer to that. You are not an expert in your craft, so don't expect expert results. The problem is we sit around and wait and we don't create and we don't take the initiative to work on personal development and we don't deep dive into our actual career field to become an expert in our craft, but all of a sudden we want expert money. We want expert results, but we're not doing expert calendar things. I know somebody's feeling me this morning. Type the like button, type the love button. If you know somebody that needs to hear this message that wants to become an expert or they want expert type of money, you got to tell them you got to fall in love with the process first, not the result. Don't fall in love with the result. If you fall in love with the process and you keep this thing called consistency on your side, then eventually those results will come. But first, you have to fall in love with the process. Number 2, you got to focus on inches and not feet. See, the thing is, there's these things called baby steps, and some of you are familiar with it. When a baby first started walking, it's actually quite funny. If you don't have kids, then maybe you need to YouTube this or something, or go ahead and pop some babies out. No, don't go ahead and pop babies out. Don't. That's not the antidote. But anyway, if you got kids, if you remember your kids taking them first steps, it is some of the funniest things on earth. Them babies just be wobbling. The head is like way bigger than the body, and they're like, whoa, and they just keep falling. But what's really cool is they get back up and they, whoa, and boom, they fall again because their head is so heavy and they don't have any strength. You got to take baby steps. You got to move inches and not feet. You don't see baby when they first start to try to walk. They start like jumping like they playing jump rope or something. No, they trying to gauge things out. They got the hands out like they about to do a limbo or something, and they just taking them baby steps. And like, you know, you usually try to get something stable like a couch or something to keep them held up, or they keep their hand on that couch and just walk along and straddle the couch. You're like, baby, get away from that couch. You got to do this by yourself. You can't need no help. See, that's the thing too. To make sure that you're getting progress, you got to get outside of that comfort zone and you got to try to do some scary stuff sometimes. And the problem is we get so comfortable. And if you think that you're getting outside of your comfort zone, try this. If somebody's ever asked you to do something and you said no, 9 times out of 10, it made you uncomfortable. And that uncomfortableness, if that's a word, is preventing you from being awesome and making progress in your life. See, some of the most amazing things actually happen outside of your comfort zone. Some of you guys want to hit this record button on your phone so bad. You sometimes you stomach up the nerves and you're like, yeah, today is the day. I'm going live. I'm going to let the world see me. We're going to do it. You breathe. You start getting this tingling sensation over your body, and you start getting warm, and you're looking at that little red button, and you're like, I'm gonna do it, and then you raise your finger like, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. No. What's the worst thing that can happen, right? You mess up, okay, and nobody's gonna judge you, and even if they do, it ain't their job to judge you. Only God can judge you. What else is the worst that can happen? You can fail. Okay, cool. Fail forward. Learn from your mistakes. See, a lot of people are afraid to do this thing called fail, and not me. I'm not afraid to fail because every time I fail, I use that as an opportunity to say, hey, I just learned something. What can I do the next time to prevent me from failing that way so that I can get around that obstacle so I can make this thing called progress? So let's go ahead and just watch the screen for just a second, right? You are right here, and I hope my screen's not inverted. But anyway, the results that you want are right here. And in between, you're gonna get all these obstacles and roadblocks. It's like going through a mountain or something like that, right? So you're gonna start going, and then you're gonna come up to this big mountain, and you're gonna try to climb up it, and you never did it before, and you're gonna slide back down, and it's gonna make you mad. You're gonna be a little bit upset. But life isn't about what happens; it's about how you react to what happens. And that's where most people never make it to this part right here, because these baby steps, when they start failing, they give up. But see, the thing is, when you fail, now when you fall back down, you got to try to look at things from a different angle. You got to look at things from a different perspective, and you got to try something a little bit different to get you up that ladder, because if your why is powerful enough, you will figure out a way to get to this part right here. But it all starts with baby steps. So number 3, let's get right into that part. We got to focus on achieving the small victories. Now, quite a while ago, I read this book called The Compound Effect by John C. Maxwell. If you haven't read the book, you can probably read it in about 4 hours. I remember it was one of the first books that I read when I got into reading, and it's what got me hooked on personal development. Somebody recommended it, and I highly recommend it to you guys. I remember getting off of work one day on my early day, going into Barnes & Nobles, asking for the book, and I said, let me just read the first few pages real quick, just to see if I'm even going to like this book. I might not even like it, right? So next thing you know, do you know I stayed in Barnes & Nobles for like 2.5 hours sitting at a table reading this book. I was so engaged. I was so hooked. And all of a sudden, life started making so much sense to me. You want to know why? Because oftentimes we focus so much on the big picture that we don't pay attention to the little things that lead up to the big picture. See, the compound effect, I can probably save you 15, 20 bucks off of it. It talks about how, yes, our goals are important and they are the big picture. But when you're setting your goals, you have your long-term goals and then you have your short-term goals. If you accomplish enough of your short-term goals, eventually you'll look up and you'll say, dang, I made it. Too many people, they set these high, unrealistic goals, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I highly encourage it because they say if you shoot for the moon, even if you fail, you'll still land in the stars and the clouds. And I like landing in the stars and the clouds. It's pretty cool up there. That's why I played Fly Like a G6 this morning. But on another note, too many people, when they set these goals and they have that tunnel vision is so big and all they can do is try to give like 180 million%, and they exhaust themselves out and they don't get the results right away because they're so focused on the end result that they don't take the time to enjoy the journey. They don't take the time to achieve the small victories. It's all about go big or go home, and trust me, I feel you on that. You want to accomplish those goals so bad that it's all about doing pedal to a metal 180% of the time. But I'm telling you, that's not realistic. You will burn yourself out. You will drive yourself crazy trying to chase this thing called perfection. So what you have to do is enjoy the small victories. When you go make your huge goal, make sure you set your plan of action of tiny goals to accomplish the big goal. And I promise you, I promise you, you will look up one day after you have accomplished so many small goals, and you'll see that that big goal that you want to get to is right here, and you're literally right there on the brink of success. You're literally right there on the brink of what you want to accomplish. You're literally inches away from your goal. Don't focus on the big picture so much. Let's make sure that we run down a checklist real quick. We fall in love with the process and not the result. Exactly. It's the steps along the way that's going to get you there. Fall in love with this part right here, and I know it may suck. I know it may be tedious. I know these steps that you're supposed to do at your job may seem like they suck and they're repetitive, but they're the basis and the foundation of what's going to help you to accomplish that goal. And then number 2, we focus on the inches and not feet. Remember those baby steps that we're talking about? Progress is a process, so appreciate those baby steps. Don't be afraid to take them. Once you get the baby steps down, once you master the fundamentals, once you start becoming an expert at your craft, you'll see it'll start becoming a whole lot easier. And last but not least, appreciate and achieve those small victories. A lot of people like to focus on the big picture, but nobody develops the plan of action of how you're going to get there. You say, I want to make 6 figures. You say you want to lose 25, 30 pounds. You say you want to increase your income. You say you want to save more money, but not a lot of people like to focus on the part that actually gets you there. Set you some small goals, set you some in-between goals, set you some tiny little goals, these little nuggets, and just watch yourself come to fruition and look up one day and say, dang, I think I got side abs today. What are those? I promise you guys. And if you do those 3 things and focus on progress and not perfection, you will notice that you are well on your way to victory, my friends. And that is the antidote for the day. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed that. If you are new to the Daily Dose, thank you so much for joining. Head on over to my profile after the video, hit the following button, and then hit see first so you can always get your dose. And then if you're not a part of the Daily Dose group, be sure to add yourself or request to get in there, because it's daily doses of positivity, inspiration, and motivation from a lot of people, not just myself. Check out the outro.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to the Daily Dose. I hope you got your antidote today. Your daily dose of positivity, inspiration, and motivation. Check me out every Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time Zone on Facebook Live. And don't forget to Hulk smash that share button.
And if you didn't catch my Daily Dose episode yesterday, one tiny little icing on the cake is when you got this thing, you cannot focus on breaks. You want a break? No, we don't do breaks. The way our goals are set up, we don't have time for no breaks. You don't need no breaks. Fast track your life to success. I'm just here to make the world smile and change people's lives. Thank you for helping me do it, Doses. Y'all have a fantastic turned up Tuesday. Peace.